Hello, this is just a short introduction to introduce the following video. My name's John Bray, I'm CEO of Just Design Limited. And recently we've had a contact with a local company to do some reverse engineering. Anyway, a local company did approach us because they got a job that needed to be reverse engineered. We worked with them. We got some drawings from the company where it was going to be installed, but the drawings were just scant arrangement drawings. But we had to put the expertise in interrogating the drawings to come up with a model that was workable and could go back onto the line as soon as it was made. So that's where we are at the moment. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Right, I'm here down at Hydroflow in Newport, where we've just been doing one of our reverse engineering projects, speaking with Andrew, and like I said, we're just going to have a little walk around and see what we've done, and just so you can see what the capabilities of the two companies are. So if we start with it with the motor here and the finger lifts, so how's these going to fit on it, Andrew?
Right, obviously it's quite a complex setup, so basically it's all going to be stripped back down, gearbox off, and then we've got to slide each individual finger one at a time across these guide bars. I believe there's 24 in total, all fully bushed, and obviously she's supported on the end with the boss, and then eventually she's going to be driven by the gearbox and motor to be fully operational.
That's good though, isn't it? So this lifts up and down, is it, on these slides?
Yeah, she's a little bit tight at the minute because obviously you've got the weight of the motor. Obviously it's going to be driven on a motor and gearbox, which will obviously guide this up and down. The operation for the customer. We've got some rubber bump stops to absorb any limits. That's about it. We've got some very high-tech Rexroth roller guides, which is driven by all ball race and belt driven on a motor that's hidden in behind.
Let's see. If you look at the quality of the machining and the all the fabrication work, you know, the customer's going to be happy with this. Everything's going to be smoothed off.
Yeah, so
everything's smooth. It's got a nice feel to it. It's got a nice look to it, and maybe it might be better than the original.
Yeah, so we tried our best. We had to fabricate it all first, and then what we call proof machine to make sure there's no pulls or stresses, and then we went for the final machining on the CNC, and that's what's helped us out really. We've given us smooth action that we've achieved. Again, this is all going to be driven off a motor and gearbox and some keyway shafts. It'll all be driven under control.
See, a problem is a job such as this with the fabrication and the machining, where you've got precision engineering and fine tolerances. You've got to make sure that when it all goes together, because it's likely to pull during welding, and as Andrew just said, they've made it so that they finally CNC'd everything together, machined everything together, and it goes together nicely because they've taken care on the job. Then if we look around here, we've got wheels here underneath this guard, but it sits onto a track.
I think we might just be able to take a guard off the wheel motors. Obviously on the final setup, obviously you'll adjust them all up tight to use.
Finally on the back here we've got an area for the electrical cabinet, for all the electrics for the job. And just like I say, speaking earlier, we just got the final adjustments, final tweaks to put on here.
Yeah.
for the electrical trips and whatever sensors.
So obviously this is coming towards the end of the mock-up stage, so everything has just been bolted and assembled to make sure it all works. What we'll do next then is break it all down and send all the framework off for paint. And then when she's done, she'll come back.
And there she goes. And then ready for the next one.
Final assembly and on to the next project. So